Hello and welcome to this review/news video for the International Racing League. Today I'll be reviewing the 2.4 hour of Le Mans, one of the biggest races on the calendar, and with no F1 last weekend, it's just the Le Mans review today. So Francis McGinn, a guest driver and not really too much known about his pace, took a very definitive position in qualifying second and getting the better of Matthew Alder on the start, who'd been a prolific qualifier all year. Luke Smith qualified down in 5th position, just behind Jeremy Pope in 4th, TJ McLean in 3rd, but a contact between those three on lap 1 pushed Luke Smith and Jeremy Pope to behind Doc Holliday, their main championship rival. So it was a three-way battle very early on, as you can probably watch here. An absolutely mega battle between the three championship contenders, Luke Smith in the Viper, Jeremy Pope in the BMW, and Doc Holliday in the Toyota Supra. So those three down in 7th, 6th and 5th early on. They slowly made their way through the field. Francis McGinn looks like the favourite early on to win it until his wheel overheated and he had to retire around about half an hour through the race. Matthew Alder, as he has done a lot this year, did a very good lap in quali, but his race pace was not quite up to the same standard, and a numerous amounts of spins may well have cost him the victory as well. But it was Jeremy Pope who was really disappointed with himself after 3 major spins throughout the race. Could have cost him the win, or at least would have made it very close. But you'll just see here some good racing on lap 2. One of the many moves that Luke Smith did on Jeremy Pope and Doc Holliday throughout the race, helped by his teammate Cameron Weston-Edwards. A fantastic 3. Jeremy Pope thinking about making it 4 wide, but decided against it. Absolutely fantastic racing. But as they go into the chicane just behind TJ McLean, who had a dismal race despite a good start, ended up retiring, as well as Francis McGinn. But later on, after the 2 hours were up and everyone was just about ready to finish a very draining race, Luke Smith managed to take victory by 13 seconds, and with that he also took the championship for the inaugural GT Sport season for Chrysos Racing, finishing second despite a last gasp effort, gaining 6 seconds in the final few laps on Luke Smith. Jeremy Pope had to settle for what was still a very good P2, and Matthew Alder breaking his podium curse eventually after he finished 3rd, just ahead of Doc Holliday finishing in 4th. Rob Small, he'll be slightly disappointed with himself, finishing 3 minutes down in 5th, ahead of Bennett in his inaugural round in 7th, Cameron Weston-Edwards, and Noah Vant, who will be racing in Formula 1 next year, both a lap down. So we'll take a look at what this meant for the championship. Luke Smith ended up 11 points ahead of Jeremy Pope, Doc Holliday in 3rd, then Philip Blum, Rob Small, Chris Ryan, Lewis Bish, Matthew Walder, Kamikaze Fox and Cameron Weston-Edwards rounding out the top 10 in the drivers. In the constructors, Toyota Nestle just held on to win by 10 points from BMW Monster Racing, Chrysos falling to 3rd, and Confox and Ferrari ending up with the exact same as Confox on the countback, taking 4th. United States, you can see in the bottom left, dominating the Nations Cup, ahead of Britain in 2nd and Australia in 3rd. So make sure to catch us next weekend on the 1st of July for the finale of the Formula 1 season around Belgium, Alder versus Negwa. Check out the trailer if you haven't seen it. It's going to be a fantastic race. Don't miss it.